pretty straightforward. You've got 2 bolts on the shock tower, 14 millimeters. Okay, so next is this top fork bolt, another 14. Easy enough. Put that to the side, don't lose it. So the bottom bolt requires a wrench and a socket. Wrench on the head of the bolt, socket on the nut. I'll take a hammer and tap the fork because sometimes I like to seize up a little bit. Take the fork off. And slide the strut out. We need to remove the top hat from the old one to put on the new one. And verify that the strut fits our fork. And in this case it does. Now your OEM has one slot in the rear where this bolt will go through and lock into place. Well, on these, it's got the groove all the way around, so there really is no front or back to these. Fits perfect. So depending on whether you're on stock springs or cut springs, hopefully you're not, or lowering springs, you'll probably want to get spring compressors so this doesn't go flying apart and shoot everywhere. For lowering springs, kind of don't need to do that. So I will show you the way I do it. We put these together. Again, there's no front or back. But I just like to look up here in the rubber insert and see where the end of the spring was. And just try to get that lined up. Then you can twist these down. And that will give you enough room there that you can put your washer and your new nut that was supplied with your coilover back on there. And there we go. All assembled, ready to go in. Something else I'm going to do is add just a little bit of anti-seize to the coilover threads. All right, we're going to just throw this back in there now. Just reverse order. Go from there. So for the rear, there's 2 on the top hat, 2 14 millimeters, just like the front. Then you have 1 here on the bottom, and then you have another one on the bottom on the front of the control arm, and that one's in the middle. Now, if you've never had your rear suspension apart, you might want to soak it overnight with some WD-40 or something like that. These things have a tendency to lock up inside the bushings, and you end up snapping the head of the bolt off. Now, I've had mine apart before, and it wasn't too long ago, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, so I'm not going to go straight to impact. I'm going to grab a breaker bar with a 14 and just verify that they're going to come out. Okay, that one's nice and smooth. Alright, they seem to be free. So I'm going to grab a 1/2 inch ratchet and just bring all these out by hand. I'm not even going to touch an impact on these. Then this doesn't matter which way it goes in, because this doesn't have a nut attached to the bottom. It's got a bolt with a nut that goes all the way through. So all you got to worry about is lining it up at the top, making sure that it's over your lower control arm. Alright, so we got the lower bolt in. Now we're going to put the front bolt and the lower control arm in. Throw the top nuts on, get those tightened up, and that's it. That's it for the rear. It's a lot easier than the front. The only issue with the EK is trying to get your panels off of the rear to get to the top bolts, but other than that, that's it. Go ahead and get the other side done, throw the wheels on, and then we'll do some adjusting. So there we are. Coilovers are on and adjusted. Didn't go crazy low with it. The ride is way better. So thanks, Raceland. I appreciate the coilovers. I guess the last thing to do is set you right here. Take this keychain and add it to the EK9 keychain. There we go, and we're done. Remember, like and subscribe. Honda Rehab Garage. We'll have videos every week. Could be anything from minor maintenance to major repairs. You just never know. We'll see you next time.